Hello and welcome back. Today is Saturday, December 20th. I have your 5 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the page. We get a massive 10-game NBA slate. It is a beautiful sports day ahead of us. College football, NFL. My Chicago Bears are about to dominate the Green Bay Packers. We get NBA action all day. We get 3 NBA TV games on TV today, kicking us off at 4 p.m. We get Houston versus Denver. What a chef's kiss first game to start off the day on NBA TV. 239 over under Denver, 1.5 point favorite here on the road. This game should be a ton of fun. Can't wait to watch. You get to watch some of the best go at it. Kevin Durant, Sengun, Ahmed Thompson going against Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. And I'm trying to think of a third Denver player, but I can't at this current time. Peyton Watson, how about him as well in tonight's game? But we have some fun games early on. Jump to the next matchup. We have Dallas versus Philly. Another close game overall. Dallas, 1.5 point favorite on the road, 227 over under. No full official statement if Embiid will be playing. I hope he does, so we get the battle of the big men, AD versus Embiid. A while ago, those were the best of the best players in the league, and man, injury-riddled both players those are. But we get to watch VJ Edgecombe versus Cooper Flagg. Those two players did not like each other. We're going to see the Cooper Flagg. He got dunked on things, so he might have a big game on the road having a little max up. But Tyrese Maxey might have something different to say in that game. Boston versus Toronto, two of the best in the Eastern Conference. Battling it out, 225 over under. Boston, 1.5 point favorite on the road in Toronto. That game should be close. Brandon Ingram has been on a tear. So has Jaylen Brown. So both of those players should continue to ball out. Indy versus the Pelicans. This game should be a ton of fun as well. 233 over under. Pelicans, 2.5 point favorite. That's a tankathon matchup of the year right there. Come on, Pelicans. I'm rooting for you, Pelicans. But man, that's a tankathon game if I've never seen one. And then the other primetime game, Charlotte versus Detroit. Actually, very excited for this game to be on primetime. NBA TV. Granted, Detroit, 10.5 point favorite at home. But come on, this game should be awesome. Con Knipple, Cade Cunningham all going out, Jalen Durham. This game should be a ton of fun. Mello, Miles Bridges. There are a lot of good, fun players, young players playing in this matchup. And then we kind of get into the through the weeds of it a little bit here. We got Washington versus Memphis, 234 over under. Memphis, 8.5 point favorite. I'm not sure if we know news on John Morant at this current time, but we shall see. We get Phoenix versus the Suns. They're running it back from the other day. Golden State's 5.5 point favorite at home, 228 over under. I bet Stephen Curry has a little things to say to this Suns team where he struggled overall, but Devin Booker, last time he has a great history of getting the over versus the Golden State Warriors. Orlando versus Utah, two fun teams battling out. Keyonte George, Paolo Banchero battling it out. 238 over under, one of the higher over unders on the day, or the highest over under on the day with the Denver versus Houston matchup. Portland versus Sacramento, they're running it back from the other day where they had the overtime thriller where the Kings came back from behind in that matchup. Now the Kings are at home, 238 over under. Portland, 3.5 point favorite. I think they've crept to 4.5 point favorite. I bet Denny has another incredible game. And then the last game of the slate, best game, one of the best games, we get to watch Kawhi versus LeBron James, James Harden versus Luka, Lakers, Clippers. Nothing better than the Battle of LA. 230 over under on NBA TV. A fun NBA slate here for us all day. Cannot wait to sit back and enjoy this sports day. I got 5 brand new plays here that I absolutely love. And before we jump into today's plays, we got to recap yesterday's action. And yesterday in the NBA, ended up going 1-3 in best bets overall. Shout out to Anthony Edwards banging that 3 with 20 seconds left to secure the over for us. But man, oh man, it was one of those days. Peyton Pritchard, he hardly played in the fourth quarter. That's interesting to see. I haven't seen him not play as much in the fourth quarter going forward. He finished the game with 4 assists. We had needed one more, and he didn't get much burn in the fourth quarter. Josh Giddey, I would say out of all the plays, was hand up my worst play out of all of them. Should have just stayed away from the Cleveland versus Bulls matchup, but you know me, we'll always have a Chicago Bulls play. And then Jalen Johnson, man, that game was a complete blowout. He finishes the game at 17 rebounds, assists. Gets pulled. I think he doesn't play the whole fourth quarter. It gets pulled with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It was right there of a day. It could have easily been a 3-1 day, but it could have easily been an 0-4 day because I thought it was. But shout out to you, Josh O, in the comment section with the Jalen Brunson over assist. That was sweat-free. Finished the game with the 9 assists. I appreciate you in the comment section with always giving me bangers. And hey, if you're new to watching this video, let me know down below what's your best bet in the video. I always love to tell you guys in the comment section. And today, let's just jump into it. For my first play of the day, we took this guy's over last time. They played Houston versus Denver, and I feel like you got to play it right here today. It's Nikola Jokic, and I think Nikola Jokic, this game's going to be a close game. High over-under matchup, 239 over-under. Denver, 1.5-point favorite on prime time. So give me Nikola Jokic to go over 29.5 points. Give me -118 on DraftKings. Houston, these last 7 games allow the most points to the center position. Houston, these last 15 games allow the 5th most points to the center position. And Houston, all season, allows the 8th most points to the center position. So they're getting ringed out by the center position all year. And now they're getting the best player in the league coming into town, where he has a great history of getting this over. 5 for his last 7, averaging 31.4 points per game against Houston, with the last 2 against this Rockets team this season. He's had 34 and then 39 in the most recent matchup. He's gone over 3 for his last 5 games overall, averaging 33.2 points per game. It's been him and the Jamal Murray show. They've lost Aaron Gordon. They lost Braun. So it's all Jokic and all Jamal Murray in these games. Last 5 games, he's had 40, 28, 36, 39, and he's coming off of an under game, 23 points against the Magic, who are tough against the center position, and now he gets the easiest matchup versus the center position. Nice little night and day kind of days between them. Last 5 games, Houston's allowed the 24th most points at the net, and Nikola Jokic takes 40% of his shots in front of the net, so those little 2K hot zones right in front of the net. Last 5 games, 24th most points at the net, where Jokic takes 40% of his shots. Houston allows the 20th most points to the pick and roll man in the action, and Nikola Jokic, he is the pick and roll man in the action, getting nearly 24% of his shots, or 24% of his points from the pick and roll action. Centers versus Houston, they continue to ring him out. Derek Queen just had 16. Nikola Jokic, 39. Zubac, 33. AD, 29. Maximum Renaud, I think I'm butchering that name, 25. Nurkic, he had his over back-to-back games. Kyle Filipowski off the bench had his over in back-to-back games. Draymond Green, 12. Quentin Post, 12. And Nikola Jokic, again, 34-plus points. I have him projected here at 33-plus points in this game. So give me Nikola Jokic to go over 27.5 points, give me -118. On DraftKings, jumping to my second play in this Pelicans-Indiana matchup, 233 over-under. And this man has come back-to-back under games on his assist line, and now he has one of the best assist game matchups that he can get, and that's Andrew Nembhard. So give me Andrew Nembhard to go over 6.5 assists, coming -138 on FanDuel. The Pelicans on the season allow the 3rd most assists to the point guard position. The Pelicans, these last 15 games, allowed the most assists to the point guard position, and he's gotten this over 1 for his last 2 against this Pelicans team, only averaging 5.5, but one of them was last season where he had 4, but the most recent game this season, he had a 7 assists in that game with 11 potential assists in that matchup, so we love that. These last 5 games, he's had 7, 12, 7, and then he's had 6 and 4 in the most recent matchups, but still averaging 12 potential assists per game, which we love overall. 67% hit rate on the road this season, averaging 6.7 assists per game, with 2 straight 7 assist games with 15 and 14 potential assists in both of those over matchups. Point guards versus the Pelicans have had some massive assist games. Reed Shepard, 7. Trey Jones had 5. De'Aaron Fox had 7. Demon had 7. Dante DiVincenzo, 5. Podzinski, 6. Vince Williams, 17. Trey Jones, 11. And Brandon Williams just had 12 assists against this Pelicans team. I have him projected here at 8 assists in this matchup here. Pelicans, these last 15 games, allowed the most assists to the point guard position, and I think Andrew Nembhard bounces back here today. So give me Andrew Nembhard to go over 6.5 assists, coming to -138 on FanDuel. Jumping to my third play in this Boston-Toronto matchup, 225 over under. Boston is a road favorite. I think the wrong team is favored in this matchup, and I think this man on the Raptors is going to have a great game. So give me Brandon Ingram to go over 23.5 points, coming -113 on DraftKings. 64% hit rate at home this season for BI, averaging 23.9 points per game. And then the last 2 games against this Celtics team, he is hooped. He had 28 points and 30 in the most recent game this season against the Celtics. Had 30 points in the most recent game. We love that. Over 4 for his last 5 games overall with 4 straight overs. After coming off of a 7-point game, he's had 30, 31, 28, and 29 in the most recent matchup here overall. Again, great at home. 64% hit rate at home this season, averaging 23.9 points per game. 55% hit rate without RJ Barrett in the lineup, averaging 24.1 points per game. I have him projected at 26 plus points in this matchup here in Boston. These last 5 games allowed the 24th most mid-range shots to my bad. Totally butchering that. Boston allows the 24th most mid-range shots these last 5 games. And Brandon Ingram, these last 5 games in the league, takes 40% of his shots from the mid-range. I love that at home in this game. 2 for his last 2 against the Celtics. He's going to make it 3 for his last 3 games against the Celtics, and he's going to go 5 straight overs. He's hot right now shooting the ball, so give me Brandon Ingram to go over 23.5 points, coming -113. On DraftKings, sticking to the hot hand kind of theme here, little Keyonte George in this Orlando versus Utah game. He has an amazing matchup here. Lauri Markkanen is questionable in this game, and the little Keyonte that could. I think Keyonte George has a great game ahead of him. So give us Keyonte George in this Orlando versus Utah game. 238 over under. Close game. Orlando 4.5 points favorite. So give me Keyonte George to go over 26.5 points, coming -118. On FanDuel, Orlando Magic. They allow the most points to the point guard position. Orlando Magic, the last 15 games, allow the most points to the point guard position. And then the Orlando Magic, these last 7 games, they allow the 3rd most points to the point guard position. And Keyonte George, he doesn't have a history of getting this over. Only 0 for his last 2 against the Magic. With the last 2 games last season, he scored 19 and 12 points in those games, only taking 12 and 11 shots in those games. But now, these last 3 games, he's had 3 straight 20-shot games. We love the volume we're getting from Keyonte George, and it shows in his overs. Only over 3 for his last 5, averaging 27.2 points per game. With the last 3 games, with those 20-shot volumes, 39, 37, and 34. He's gone over 7 for his last 10 games overall, averaging 25.2 points per game, scoring 28 plus points in each game. But again, he has the highs of highs and lows of lows, just like me this week with my picks. With the 3-game unders, he had 0, 18, and 8. So we'll know right away if Keyonte George is having a great game or not, and he has been. 7 for his last 10. Orlando is 25th in the league versus the pick and roll ball handler, where Keyonte George gets 24% of his shots from, so we love that. Projected here at 30 plus points here. Point guards have been wheeling and dealing against the Magic. Just listen to these point numbers. Jamal Murray, yesterday I was a little nervous, but I shouldn't have been. 32 plus points with that. Brunson, 40. Davion Mitchell, 11. Brunson again, 30. Fox, 31. Josh Giddey, the Giddler, 22. Cade Cunningham, 39. Jalen Brunson again, 33. James Harden, 31. Stephen Curry, 34. And Reed Shepard had 16 plus points. I think it's an all systems go here. Orlando allowing the most points to the point guard position. So give me Keyonte George, the little Keyonte that could, to go over 26.5 points, coming -118. On FanDuel, I'll jump into my 5th and final play of the day in this Lakers-Clippers matchup here. And LeBron James, we have him on the thumbnail for a reason. He loves playing the Clippers, so give me LeBron James in this pretty close matchup. Lakers are 4.5 point favorite on the road, 230 over under, so give me LeBron James to go over 12.5 rebounds, assists, coming to -132 on FanDuel. LeBron has gotten this over 4 for his last 5 games, averaging 15.4 rebounds, assists per game, with the last 5 games him having 17, 13, 23, 7, and then 17 rebounds, assists in the most recent matchup, averaging 24 potential assists and rebound chances per game. We love the opportunity there. He has a great history of getting this over. 7 for his last 8 games versus this Clippers team, averaging 15.4 rebounds, assists, with the most recent games him having 16, 17, 16, 14, and 12 in the most recent matchup here 80% hit rate on the road this season, averaging 13.6 rebounds, assists. 100% hit rate versus the Clippers in their arena. Majority of those games were in the same arena at the time, but now at the new stadium, where the most recent game, he had 17 rebounds, assists in that game. These last 7 games, the Clippers allow the 9th most assists to this power forward position, and I have him projected here at 15 rebounds, assists in this matchup. A great history of getting the over on prime time, so give me LeBron James to go over 12.5 rebounds, assists, coming minus 132 on FanDuel. And those are my 5 best bets for you in the NBA today. As always, let me know down below what's your best bet in the NBA. I always love to tell you guys in the comments section. And while you're down there, please leave a like and subscribe. Makes me know you like the content. Happy Saturday. Massive sports day. Cannot wait to sit back and relax and watch all these with you guys. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Keep on smiling, and I will see you in the next one.